Hello everyone, my name is Devinder and today we are going to discuss about our next cue card, which states that describe a time when you observe these stars. So the cues here are when you observe these stars. That means you are going to mention some time like some months ago, some weeks ago or some years ago. Then is where and with whom you went. Now from this cue it is clear that you had went to some place. For example, you went to a trip to Uttarakhand or to Shimla where you got a chance to observe the stars at night, or you went to a friend's house where the sky view was very clear. Okay, so that's the cue you will cover. Here you can mention your friend name, your cousin name, or your siblings or your family. Okay, it depends on you. Then is what you observed. What you observed in the stars. They were making an alignment, they were making a constellation, they were twinkling. Okay, you saw the stars that made the view very mesmerizing. Panoramic scenic views were there. Okay, so then is explain how you felt when you observed the stars. Usually when humans observe the stars, they like them. Okay, of course the beauty of the stars is eye-catching, so you felt lucky, you felt content, you felt satisfied, you felt happy. Simply you can also say over the moon or on cloud 9, on 7th heaven, on the top of the world. You can use these kind of idioms here. Well, today I am going to tell you some special words which can be used in this cue card, which can make this cue card very effective, because some of the students find this one cue card a bit difficult. The reason is they belong to different streams like art stream, commerce stream. Okay, so this one is easy for the science students, but a bit, not that much, but a bit difficult for the ones who are not aware about stars, what stars are. So you can use some words here, special words here, which you can note down. Celestial bodies. Celestial bodies or objects. Now dear students, what are celestial bodies or objects? Celestial means the things or object or body which does not belong to earth, which are from outer space. For example, here you can mention some stones from this space which are known as asteroids. Okay, planets. Our sun is a celestial body. All the planets in our solar system are celestial bodies. Okay, so you can mention the word celestial bodies in your cue card. Then is luminous or non-luminous. Now what's the difference between luminous or non-luminous? Well, this one is from school level science actually. Luminous means those who possess their own light. As we say, sun is a star. Our sun, which gives us light, is a star. So you can say the stars are luminous or non-luminous. They all twinkle at night because of the light of luminous stars. Luminous are ones they have their own light. Non-luminous are the ones who do not have their own light, but they take the light from the other stars. For example, when a bulb is lighted up in a room, all the objects are visible. Why? Because those objects have taken the light of coming from that bulb. Okay, so those objects are non-luminous but are visible to us, and luminous is that electric bulb which gave the light to the whole room. Okay, the next word is constellations. Now what are constellations? Constellations is, you can say, the alignment of stars which gives a particular shape. For example, our zodiac signs. My zodiac sign is Pisces. Your zodiac sign would be Capricorn or Libra or Aries. They are all what? They are the constellations which were discovered in the ancient times and were given as a zodiac sign, okay, to the human beings. For example, the Pisces is, they form, in the Pisces, they form a fish-like alignment. The stars are aligned in a fish-like pattern. Okay, so in this constellation you can use your zodiac sign too, if you're aware about your zodiac sign. Or I have some simple ones, for example, Ursa Major, Orion, Lyra, Libra, and Hercules. You can use these names of constellations. You can take any 2 or 3. You don't need to scam all of them. Okay, you need to remember all just 2 or 3. Then is our galaxy. You can mention the name of our galaxy, which is Milky Way galaxy. You can mention the names of some planets, for example, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Remember, Saturn is a planet with the ring, so you can mention this one, that its ring was visible through the telescope. You took a telescope, you can use the word telescope. You took a telescope with you, you can make up a story in which you had your friend or your sibling had a telescope through which you observed the stars. You observed the planet Saturn. It had a ring around it, and you were mesmerized and you were amused to see that planet. Okay, so these are some special words. You do not need to write all of these. You need to remember all of these. The simple ones that you find easy. Okay, only use those words. Alright, so how can you make up a story? You can say that you went to a trip, your friend had a telescope with you, or if you even did not have a telescope, your friend was very much aware about these things, or you were aware about all the things related to stars, and you can make up a story based on it. Or your friend lives in a village and you slept at night, you slept on the rooftop, and from the rooftop all the sky was clearly visible to you, and that's how you observe the stars. Okay, it depends upon you what kind of story you want to make. Alright, so I also have a sample answer prepared on it. You can watch that sample answer only if you watch this video complete. Now before starting the sample answer, I would like to mention some more vocab words which I will use in my sample answer. Well, from them are shooting stars. Shooting stars are the stars from which we usually make wish, right? So in Hindi they are termed as tootta hua tara, right? But in science these are considered as meteors. Meteors. You can use any of the word from these two if you want to. Okay, both are correct. Then is naked eyes. Naked eye means you do not need a telescope or microscope to observe any kind of object. That means for microscope we observe germs or bacteria which are extremely small, and from telescope we observe the things which are extremely far away from us, which are at infinite distance. Okay, so I am going to use the word naked eyes. That means in my cue card I will not use any telescope. Then another vocab word came to my mind from the meteors. You can use, which is not in my sample answer of course, okay? Which is comet. Comet is like an object that has a tail which is made of gases. You do not need to go through very deep. You just need to say in your cue card you saw a comet which had a tail, and it only comes after 20 years, 30 years, 2 years, 50 years. You would say that you were lucky to observe this comet. Okay, you do not even need to name that comet. Just say you observed a comet which only occurs at that time after 20 years or after 10 years, so you were lucky. Okay, so I guess that's it. That's enough for the vocab for just one cue card. You can use any of these vocab words and from those. Okay, so here is my sample answer. Being a space physics enthusiastic, I have always been attracted to the celestial objects, especially the stars, whether they are luminous or non-luminous. However, as I am a city-born, I had got only one chance to see them clearly. Well, I do not need to jog my memory, as I vividly remember that my friend Sam and I visited an affordable destination known as Ladakh a couple of years ago. Actually, we were there for camping. Since Ladakh is one of the highest places on earth, from that, the whole night sky seemed to be as a replica of Milky Way galaxy. To be total upfront, I had not slept for a single night so that I could observe the mesmerizing view of twinkling stars. While watching them, I was like a dog with two tails because I had observed numerous shooting stars and constellations about which I had only read in the books. I still remember some of them named as Orion, Lyra, Ursa Major, Hercules, name a few. One more thing I would like to mention that during the third day of the trip, we observed a special alignment of Jupiter and Saturn such that they were visible to us through naked eyes. I felt I was lucky at that time. Jupiter had its own shine among the stars, whereas Saturn, along with its ring, was worth the sight. It brings me nostalgia whenever I remember the hypnotizing and arresting beauty of that trip. Well, at that time my joy had no boundaries and I was trying to capture as much moments as I could with the help of my camera. So that was the time when I observed the stars clearly. So this is our cue card. Describe a time when you observe the stars, in which I had mentioned you some special vocab. You can add it and the sample answer related to it. I hope you found my video useful, and if you found it useful, do share it with your friends and IELTS mates and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.